Y'all, this is very stressful. Understand what I'm saying? I need some advice. I need some assistance. I need help right now. You understand what I'm saying? And this is just part one of this. So check the other videos for part two because I sure this we need different parts for this. So I just wanted to this is a situation. My brother's in grade 9 and he's only 14 years old. And I noticed when I wasn't on the island, he does complain about this specific PE teacher. Now, I don't know what fully gone down or anything like that because I personally wasn't here. But for him to explain what gone down and then it's a situation that happened, I feel like it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's not a bad child. He's not, it's like, I could say like he's a little bit playful, but he's not a rude child. He's not a bad child. He's not a child that go out there look for problems or anything. I feel like anybody who gets to a point of being provoked, they would stand up for themselves and try to do something. What's anyhow? What I don't, what I'm trying to figure out why you feel he's saying that he feels like this PE teacher attacks him. Why you feel like this PE teacher attacks you, like attack you for some reason?
Because he, uh, on many occasions, he been calling me like, because on one occasion, uh, when I had a nap time, I went by me a nap time for 2 weeks ago, right? And so a child lost the nap time a day ago, and so he called me and told me to get the child a nap tie because the child said that nap tie looked like his. So he told me, "Oh, this on
So
mo."
he take the necktie what belongs to you and give it to another child.
Yes.
And this happened a little while back.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there any other thing that would happen?
Yeah.
You feel like he always targeting you?
Yes.
What else?
Even when I first got my watch, my first time getting a watch, like my dad bought me a G-Shock watch, and so he got angry and told me, say, how could I be buying expensive things but can't pay for school kits and all PE kits and can't buy insurance?
No, let me say that. My mom is on social service. I try my best also to help with my family, my little brother, especially because he's in school. So if he needs like books and stuff like that, I would also buy books. Sometimes I buy a bag or assistant. His daddy also is trying to assist him as well, and other people in the community, and sometimes strangers would help So we are not a wealthy family. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody tries to help one another, and I can never sit here and say I have a perfect family. No, but they they do need assistance, so that's what they get. So you feel like is there any other situation that happened to make you feel like he targeting you?
Yeah.
What?
On another occasion, my thing was jammed because he told me to lift 50-pound weights, and as an exercise, he told me to lift 50-pound weights and do squats. So I did that, and then my finger jammed doing that. So I told him my finger jammed, and see a child throw down a big rock down the hill, and so he told me to go pick it up and go carry it back on top of the hill. I told him I can't do it. My finger jammed. So he took medicine to his hand and put his hand in my pants to the point that he could touch my behind and inappropriately. And I asked him to go to the principal. He said no. He said he could deal
What
with
you mean
matters.
touch your hip behind? What you mean by that?
He touched my bongi inappropriately. He put his hands in my pants and touched me inappropriately. And
Or you mean like how he's try to grip,
yes, he gripped me like
put his hand in your pants and try to
and
like
lift
that?
me up. He lift me up and
Nah,
then
I do see him does that because when we was in school as well on my end, yeah, he does things like that. I ain't gonna lie about that situation. As a PE teacher, I feel like in a way certain student you could do that with, certain student you can't do that with because they can. It's like, and I don't know if he understands, and not all child is alike. But anyway, this isn't even about me. Okay, so you just feel like he just is keep picking on you for some reason when it comes to your stuff,
yes, because when my finger
and
was
it's every time when you go to PE.
yes, because when my finger was jammed, I asked him to go to the principal. He tell me no. He tell me he could deal with the matter.
Okay,
And
so he didn't allow you to go to the principal when you asked to go to the principal.
no, he didn't.
Now the principal is a female, and he's a male, so he feel like he could discipline you.
Yes.
Okay, so I understand from that now why you feel, and it's more than what you, it's more.
Yes.
Okay,
Multiple
okay.
times he bring up my father into this. On multiple occasions he bring me into incidents that I was not in.
Okay. Now, I don't live on the island. Now this is in Salvador. This is the high school, and I just came back over here, and this what I don't understand, right? I went to go get I went to go get some business done for me, business sort out for me, and my mom was with me. She I allowed her to carry me around and stuff like that. And while I was doing some business, she gone in one store, whatever it is, and she got approached from a grandmother of another child, and I guess they was having conversation. She really didn't give me the rundown or was not like that. But after the fact, when she come back, she give me the rundown. And then when I gone to the police station dealing with some stuff obtaining to me, another grandparent of the same child approached her, who was a police officer. Grandparent approached her and asked her why is her child, why is my little brother isn't coming to the police station for community service. And when I heard that, I was like, huh? It's like, why he had to come to the police? That don't make no sense. So it's like, what, he in problems or something? And she turned around and said, I don't know what's going on, Kenya. So I said, hold on now, let's go to the principal, because usually the principal usually is, call the parents and tell the parents, okay, your child or whatever it is just being disobedient or something, whatever it is. So we gone up there. I gone in the office with my mother, and she was able to see us. So we sit down and my mom asked, is there anything that my son did or anything like that? Is there any altercation? Is he okay in school? And the principal said, yeah, there's not to my knowledge, there is nothing going on that I know nothing about. If there is anything, I would give you a call, or I would let you know, hey, you need your son or whatever it is. So we say, okay. So we just brush off what the other people were saying and what's not like that, because we heard from the principal. Okay, because I guess the situation what they was talking about happened in school, so I guess the principal, he don't saying that he's not involved in it. So she brought up this incident between this PE teacher and my little brother, because that need to address. Because when I came over here as well, he also come from school and he was like, I don't want to go back to school. I don't want to basically go to this specific class because this teacher, he always feel like the teacher keep targeting him for some reason. So I'm like, why you feel that type of way? And he just gave me the rundown of the same stuff and whatever it is. So we bring that in front of her attention, the principal attention, because it happens at school. So this is what we're supposed to do. Now, my mother bring up the situation between her, my little brother, and the principal, and she stopped my mother in her tracks and said, well, what's going on between your son and the PE teacher that don't have, in my presence, that don't have nothing to do with her? How could you, as a principal, say that don't have nothing to do with you? You are the head. So who the child supposed to go to if the child feels some type of way? Because apparently she shouldn't be coming home trying to deal with talking to us. That he should have been coming to you. You understand what I'm saying? So you could have dealt with the situation. But because he feels like he's not getting hurt, or I'm assuming that this something that you probably didn't deal with, he's coming home now complaining. Now we have to go to you complaining and finding out what is the issue between them two. So now she was like, when she said that she don't want to have nothing to do with that, she did insist that we have a meeting to bring the child and the PE teacher together so we could have a meeting on Wednesday. Now this happened on Monday, the 16th of September. Tuesday, an incident happened. She was supposed to call my mother on Tuesday to verify that on Wednesday the meeting was supposed to be held. When that phone call came on Tuesday, that phone call was nothing about the meeting. Part two. All right, sorry. Part two. Um, so it was on. Sorry, my bad. It was on the 15th of September, which is a Monday, and the 16th was on a Tuesday, and the 17th was on a Wednesday. Now, on Monday, we went to the school to deal with the situation, which, as I told you previously, we went to her, we explained the rundown. It was not like that. She said that ain't had nothing to do with her, whatever, even though it happened on school grounds. Now, she said within that same meeting on Monday with me, her, and my mom, she was saying that basically she would do a meeting for Wednesday. She would call my mom on Tuesday, which is the 16th, so they could be able to have confirmation that the the um the meeting will be held on Wednesday. So Tuesday came. My mother got a phone call. She was to work. She was trying to make a couple dollars to at least, put food, for her and my little brother and do whatever it is that she needs to do, probably pay one, two bill. She got a call from the teacher and sorry, not the teacher, the principal. She got a call from the principal. She was expecting a call, letting her know that the meeting is arranged and the PE teacher and William, along with the guidance counselor, supposed to be there, or however it is, me, her, and all of us, to trash out this matter so we could just move on with our life. But apparently that wasn't the case. The call was on Tuesday, stating that her and me needs to come to the school. We needed to come to the school because um, my little brother now is in a serious matter. So when we went to the school, me and her gone up to the school. When she opened her office, we met three officers, police officers there. Two was male, one was a female, and we also met the guidance counselor, the social service, the PE teacher, my little brother, and also the principal, along with me and her in the room. Now, the principal asked my mother, and she said, um, well, I called you in because your son has pulled knife on the teacher. I said, what's going on here? You understand what I'm saying? I'm very shocked to see how all these people in this room and for this incident. And she pointed down to the knife. And I think one of the police officer asked her, and they asked her, is this knife look familiar? And my mom looked at it like, I'm not too sure. You understand what I'm saying? If that's my knife or whatever it is, she wasn't too sure. So she was about to touch it, and the police told to look at it properly, and the police told her no, don't touch it. You understand what I'm saying? So she just draw back. I was baffled. She was, baffled as well. And when I look at him, I'm like, what the hell going on here? Because this is something unusual. You never did nothing like this. You're not a rude child. And only thing I say in my head, knife. I wonder what transpired for this young boy to do something like that, because from what I could say about my little brother, he's a little playful, but you could have to get him to a point where he tried to defend himself or tried to attack, but he ain't gonna go out there trying to attack nobody. You understand what I'm saying? And he's in grade 9 and he's 14 years old. So I'm like, when I look around and stuff like that, I was like, what in the world going on? Now he quiet. He ain't really saying much. You understand what I'm saying? It's just the principal. So I asked the principal, I said, can you give me some details on what really transpired? And she was like, what else to tell you? William, he brought a knife to school and attacked the teacher. So I was like, I said, you know what? I mean, don't say nothing. Oh, it's not like that. So I didn't say nothing to him. I didn't say nothing to my little brother. I didn't say nothing at all. Mom didn't really say nothing much. When I did say something, my brother was out of the office, and I was like, "Oh, so what? This is what you're doing and stuff like that." Because I was very clueless on what transpired. Now I didn't ask him what happened at all. Now I did know he did mention that this PE teacher keep targeting him for some reason. You understand what I'm saying? And this was a constant thing that he keep saying and stuff like that. So I don't know if he was provoked or whatever it is. I was clueless. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when we came out of the office and was not like that, we had to go down to the police station. Now they had him in the back of the police station. They didn't have him in the cell yet. They had him in the back of the police station. when they when he was there, the PE teacher come now. Well, the PE teacher told us in the office that he's pressing charges. So he went down and pressed the charges while we was there as well. And this happened like around when he carried him. I think this happened like around 1:30, 1 o'clock, somewhere around there in the day. So we come by the police station, but we haven't spoken to my little brother. She haven't spoken to her son. We didn't have communicating, so we still clueless. The one of the police officer who was present there, he told us a little rundown about the situation where I guess the teacher, I am assuming. So one of the police officer just give us a little information because, like I said, we didn't spoke with my little brother as yet at all because he was in the back of the police station in the office. You understand what I'm saying? Before they put him in the cell. Now he just saying that, well, from what he gathered, the PE teacher ended up, I guess, putting him in a little chokehold or something like that. I ain't too sure. So um when we to the police station, I'm saying I'm trying to figure out, okay, so what really transpired? Hey, a little sip here from the from other people, and then when I gone to go get his food, his wings, I heard where I guess some parents or something like that saying if that was my child, uh, see these teachers be doing for more and what's not like that. Now I still don't know what transpired. Only the students who was there could probably say whatever it is. And I know sometimes students is be fearful if they speak up or whatever it is. I do not know. So when I when we finish get our the wings, we gone back to make sure he eat. Now we still didn't talk to him to find out whatever it is. Now we waiting for him to get interviewed from the police officer, so he could be able to tell us what's the situation is and what's not like that. So the only thing what we know is they carry him in the back. They said that he is being charged with major assault and lawfully carrying arms because he had the knife and was not like that and whatever it is. Now we still behind the 8 ball, me and mother. So when they did the interview, I don't know what was said in the interview, but in the interview, I guess they asked him questions and stuff like that based on what the PE teacher probably put in. Now, after, yeah, this is very stressful. Sorry. So when they did the interview, I don't think they asked him. They asked him based on what the PE teacher. Now, when he got pulled from the school, I don't know if I believe they questioned him, which is they wasn't supposed to question him until his mother or me came. Cause like I say, we just gone in the office and we was told that that situation, and we just gone to the police. Now see, we that's why I say assistant advice and help, because this right here is really crazy. So we did not know nothing about him or what transpired or even hear his side of the story. You understand what I'm saying? So when we heard the police officer said that this is the two charges would come against him and stuff, and they do the interview and was not like that, I don't know what was said and stuff like that. So when he was released on bail for 15, he's still on bail basically for 1500. And we basically came from the police station like around 10, I think it's 10 almost 11 something in the nighttime, and we got some advice on like whether to press charges and what's not like that. Now there was supposed to be a school meeting held on Wednesday, which is we had to attend a Zoom part 3. so you guys could understand more. All right, so when he got part three, sorry about that. So when he got released that night, like around 11 something or whatever it is, on a $1,500 bail, um, that's when I started to ask him, because I was very curious on what really went down, on what really transpired. Because I'm trying to figure out, how is it my little brother pull knife? Say he bring it from home and pull knife on a teacher. Like I say, for me being around him, he's a little playful, but not to say, well, grab something and do something somebody like he's going to attack them. No, like I said. So I just want to understand from your point of view, little bro, what really transpired that day. Start from from the beginning, when you, I guess, gone from home and go, like making me understand how all this went down, because I little lost.
So it all happened when it was PE time. I didn't have the PE kit, and so since my daddy bought me clocks, he get off on my class because he say, how could you buy $150 clocks and can't buy
Okay,
PE?
so when you came from home to go to school that morning, right? You had PE that same day.
Yeah.
Okay, and you carry your PE. You didn't have the PE uniform because
I couldn't afford it.
So this wasn't the first time you had your PE uniform.
No, it was the third.
Okay, so this is the third session that where you didn't have your PE uniform.
Yeah.
School just opened, you didn't have your PE uniform, and so you didn't have your PE uniform. You carry a shirt or something.
Yes.
Okay, so you carry a shirt, and I guess you would use that.
Yes.
Okay, so so when you now gone to school, what happened?
When I reached the school, everything was good. Then it was first period, and we had a teacher for social studies, and she lost her phone, and then she told me that, God telling her that William, my name, and all that says I have a phone. She said God telling her that I need to search my bag, and so she searched my bag.
All this happened in the same day?
Yes.
Okay.
She searched my bag, and she didn't find nothing. And so she came back to me and apologized, say she's know where her phone is. Say a couple of children told her that her phone was on Find Me app. And so she came back, apologized, and then it was break time getting into third period when we are PE.
Okay.
And so we all walked to Mr. Brown as a class. This phrase suggests that the person began. And so the PE teacher, we went to him, and so everybody was getting changed. And so I came to him personally, asking him if I could borrow PE clothes. He told me no. He told me, say he can't be giving me none unless I pay for it. And so I didn't have money. Like parents didn't have the money to pay for it. And
okay, so pretty much, even though you went to school, this isn't the first time that you went to school without a PE uniform.
No.
And like I say, mom is, she's on social service. I try my best to do whatever it is that I could do on my end. His father tried whatever it is. Now he did, before this situation with this PE uniform, he had to get a new shoes. He was wearing his black Air Force to school, but because everybody was wearing Air Force, the principal decided that, okay, there is no Air Force wearing in schools. He needs to get a regular shoes. So he ended up calling his father to get him a new shoes. Which is he ended up getting clocks. His father picked out something for him to send to him because he did not have any money for clocks. I did not had nothing. His mother didn't had nothing to give for the clocks. I did what I could have did to help with assist on certain things, and she could have did what she did. So his father sent to get clocks, and this is what he went to school in. So now he doesn't have his PE kit uniform, but this isn't the first time that he went to school without his PE kit. Was there any issue before that, before he bring up this issue about the PE uniform?
No.
So before, when y'all had PE, He told you about your PE uniform?
Yes, he told me, say, how could I be buying $150 shoes and can't be paying for his PE kick? And then he gone on price range, and he started going off saying, oh, his PE kick is only $30, and said I could buy shoes for $60 and come to school just like that. I told him, but I needed shoes because my principal told me, say, I can't be bringing Air Forces back to school. And so he got angry and told everybody run up lap. So we run up the hill and come back.
So we back on the situation now. Okay, finish the story.
And so he told everybody run a lap, so I gone up and come back down.
So he tell everybody to run a lap.
Yes.
And because you didn't have your PE,
it's me and someone else who didn't have PE clothes.
Okay.
It's me and a next person who didn't have PE clothes, but he told me specifically to go run up another lap.
So when you say run up another lap, this the school hill, which you guys, now the school hill basically is stairs. This ain't like a regular lap. This is like a stairs going up a steep hill. So you have to run up a steep hill upstairs. I wouldn't say 66 steps, but it's something like that where you have to run up a hill. So he told you to run up a hill.
Yes.
Up the stairs, basically.
Yes.
And what happened?
And so I came down and I was sitting down because my chest was hurting. Like I had pain in my chest. And so he walked up to me and told me go run again. I told him my chest hurting. And so he looked at me and told me go run again. And see, I started walking because my chest was paining me. So I sit down on it's a green piece on top of it. And so I sit down on it. And then he told me come down, come close to him. So I came close to him. He wrapped his hand around my neck, and then he started taking me to a cesspit and tell me go sit on that cesspit. And so after I tell
him... What do you mean he wrapped his hand around your neck?
He started choking me.
So when you say wrap your hand, he started choking you like pulling like that?
The other way around. Like, you know when you put your hand...
Like a chokehold or something like that?
Yes. When you put your hand around behind someone's neck and then just pulling it tight up, that's how you do. And then he started choke me, walk me down to the cesspit and told me sit down. Yeah, I told him I can't sit down there because my body's sensitive. So I can't sit there. And so he said he don't care. So I started to walk off to the principal office. And so he grabbed me again by my butt inappropriately.
You mean like the first time like how he do that?
He grabbed me there and set me down. And then I try standing up, and then I try running off to the bench. And then he tell me, say, you can't be sitting down, because I couldn't make it back up the hill to go to the principal, because my chest, like how my chest was hurting, my chest was still hurting bad. And so I couldn't make it up the stairs to the principal. So I just try sit down and try let my head cool off, try everything. And then he tell me stand up, get off the table. And then I was telling him it's not a table, it's a bench I sitting on. And so he tell me get off. And as soon as I put the stand up, he pulled is a big step, a steep step. And so he grabbed me by my thing, my shirt, the bottom piece of my shirt, and he pulled me down until I almost fall. And then he pulled me close to him, and then he started saying, "Oh, you want to size me up?" And so he still gripping me up close to him. And when he let go, that's when I grabbed a weapon out the thing out his weight room.
So what it is you grab?
I grab a knife out his weight room.
So where? Okay, so this weight room is, we say where he was basically. Yes. That's where there's change or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like the changing area, and you saw the knife there.
Yes.
And because you feel like you end up going and get it because he did all this to you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what else transpired?
And then he started saying he could call my mommy and all that. And then he bring me inside one room where when I get the knife, he's right by the door. And a couple of students were still in the room. And so he grabbed the door. When I was coming out outside, the knife was on my side, on the side of my leg. And so I pull off, and there's a door that's like stopping you from getting outside. And so he closed that door, and two children pulled me off.
So this is part 4. Um, him continuing the story. Okay, you could finish your story.
Um, this is where like I have people hold me. Like he's by the door, closing the door, and I have people
So
hold me.
this is when you what gone for the knife?
Yes.
Okay.
After I gone for the knife, he was by the door, closing the door with all the children inside, and the knife is on my side. And so I had two people who was holding me back, telling me I should think about life and all that and make a decision. So I dropped the knife. One of the students put the knife on the table and tell Mr. Brown he could come now. And so that's what happened.
Okay. So what makes you gone for the knife? That's my thing.
When he start choking me, that's what trigger up my mind, because my mind is get trigger off like when someone touch me inappropriately or touch me like somewhere like
So you
it's
feel like so what you're saying is you felt provoked and he assaulted you and it caused you
yes,
to get.
he sexually harassed me.
Okay, so when you so so from what when we was and when me and mother was inside the I can let you finish the story, but I'm just trying to figure out. They say you brought this knife to school. Where does knife come from?
It came from Mr. Brown weight room.
It was in the weight room.
Yes.
So explain. Like 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 help me understand.
I got it from the P the P teacher room. So I get the knife.
You said this was in the PE teacher room.
Yeah. It's a weight room like where he's make everybody change. And so I was about to put my clothes like on top of a cabinet, and that's why I see the knife right there just sitting there behind like a couple of books. And so I changed position on where I could put my clothes. And so I put my clothes like inside a locker room type thing. So after that, he after I had to grab the knife from there, I gone at him, but then he to close the door between us. He closed the door, and so children them tell me about thinking about life. So I thought about it. I dropped the knife. Someone, a student, took it from me, put it on top of the table, and told Mr. Brown he could come. And so after that, he
And tell the PE teacher come.
yes,
Okay, so where the PE teacher was,
he was outside.
and you was inside.
Yes, he closed the door with all the children in it.
So he closed the door with you in it.
Yes,
So who and you was inside? You was inside there.
me and all the children.
Okay, so you and all the children was inside there when this incident happened, and he closed the door on you. Anybody was was inside the room when.
Everybody.
So he closed it on all y'all.
Yes.
Okay, so when he closed it, what else? What else happened?
After that, I had gone in a little corner thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'd have come in talking about if I had our teacher come say I would have been up there in heaven all that. And so we wait until the police show up, and then after police show up, they escort me upstairs to the office.
So they came and get you from downstairs and carry you up to the office.
Yeah.
And what else happened?
And then they say they called my mommy, and then they say they go wait for them, and then the social worker was already up there, so it was me, the police.
So they asked you anything or anything like that?
No.
Okay, so okay, so when you gone to the office, what happened in the office when they escort you to the office?
They questioned me to the point that it was peer pressure and I was scared. So I told them I used a knife on my bike, and I was cutting thread on my bike because my bike had popped. And so,
Yeah, I remember you said that when we went in the office in the office. And what else happened?
the police officer said it doesn't make sense how your bike was searched by the social studies teacher, and they didn't find nothing, and now you have a knife all of a sudden to cut by.
So what you told? Okay, so you say they question you basically
Yes.
in the office,
Yeah.
and you told them what again?
I told them that the knife was found in my bag. I forgot it.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I used it on my bag to cut thread.
So you basically lied to them. So where did this? You said the knife was in the waiting room.
Yeah.
It wasn't your knife.
No.
Did you brought it home? I mean, did it came from home or
No.
it was in the school?
It was in the school.
Okay, so if it was in the school, my thing is, and I started to question a lot of this because why is something like that is visible for in an area of children now, visible for children, regardless if it's high school, junior school, or you understand what I'm saying? Like why things around, and that's what I don't understand. So you was in the office, and that situation, that's when we get called.
Yes. Brown.
And I guess that's where the story ends, correct?
Yes.
So that was your side of the story.
Yeah.
Okay, so because that's the first time I ever had the story when he got released 10 something in the nighttime. So now the Zoom meeting with the Ministry of Education, my mother, the guidance counselor, the principal, and also me along with him had a meeting on Wednesday. So that's the same night after he got released. We was contemplating on pressing charges because we needed we needed an investigation to figure out what what really happened, because first of all they saying that it came from, and I understand him being scared because obviously police, you don't get provoked. You understand what I'm saying? You done put in a complaint numerous of times about this teacher and stuff like that, and nobody seems to hear you. Now the situation come about, you being provoked, you was assaulted first, and then you fail. You got put in a chokehold. You said you got put in a chokehold from your mouth. Because like I say, everybody. I don't know if everybody. What I'm saying is, I guess I don't know if he tell his story. Apparently, he told his story when he put in a statement to PE teacher, and now I just getting to find out. She just getting to find out what transpired from his mouth, from his perspective. And when we went into the meeting that CM that next day, with everybody else to see if this matter could be trashed and what's not like that. Now he's still the PE teacher is still pressing charges against him. And when we went to the meeting, he get to explain his side of the story, and William get to probably explain his side of the story. So the PE teacher, from what I've understood, is basically was the same thing. He's saying he did not he put his hand around his neck now, but he did not squeeze it. He said he hold his hand. And then what baffled me in the meeting went good. You understand what I'm saying? This is why we didn't press charges, because it went good, and we felt like we could have probably dealt with it in a different way, and we let God deal with it. But what really baffled me is in the meeting, the PE teacher said that he was not expecting my little brother to go get a knife. He was expecting him to go get a cutlass. So that made me wonder and question. You expecting him to go get a cutlass? Why he just couldn't just run in there to get away from you? The first thing come in your mind that he went to go get a weapon. So I felt like, in my opinion, I felt like what the intention he was doing. The way that you probably was dealing with him. He felt some type of way, and he felt like he was being provoked, and he just react. And now you're reacting of pressing charges because you did something to him. You assaulted him. You put your hands on him. First of all, a teacher is never supposed to put their hand on or student. If anything, send it up to the principal. And if the principal can't deal with it, then send it to the police station. But for you to do something like that and then now turn around and say, well, okay, the students attack you, I feel that's crazy, in my opinion. Okay, after the whole situation, I guess everything, like I said, she didn't, mom and I, this is part five. After, we had the Zoom meeting with with the students and the teacher and what's not like that. We hear both sides and what's not like that. Mom and I decided to say, you know what, let's leave it in God's hands. We're not going to press any charges and what's not like that. Which is, I still feel like we should have allowed them to do an investigation and stuff, because this is really crazy. I don't know if they really trying to not allow him to go to school, or trying to at least, this is my opinion, how I looking at it, to try to find something on him where he don't come back to school. You understand what I'm saying? Like I say, he is not a bad child. You understand what I'm saying? He's not a provoking child. He's not a child to go out there to look for problems. You have to do something for him to react. I feel like that's with any human being. You understand what I'm saying? If you put your hand on somebody and they just happens to react, you can't you just can't expect that to be like, oh, I'm so surprised, because you're the one it did that. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a way how you discipline children. Not every children is going to react the same way that you feel like they're going to react. If you want a student or you want a teacher to show you respect, I feel like you should allow them to show you that respect. Give that respect and they're going to give you back the same respect. If you can't deal with a child as a teacher, care to the principal. And if the principal can't deal with it, then care to the police. Call the parents, or find out the issue, you know, instead of just dismissing a lot of stuff. Now, like I said, the letter did not, she was supposed to write the letter. The principal was supposed to write the letters to my mom to allow my brother to go back to school, because he was suspended from the September the 17th. From that incident, he was suspended for 2 weeks, and he was supposed to be in someone care for that 2 weeks, which is a pastor. I'm not gonna say his name. That to counsel him and what's not like that, to be under his care from the time school hours, which is 9 to 3, which is he did that. Now, upon him going back to school, the principal having write the letter for him to attend the school. From the 17th, she did not write the letter. She wrote the letter the exact same day when he was supposed to be in school, be back to school, October the 2nd. So from September the 17th to October the 2nd, when he go back to school, that's she should have had enough time to write that, in my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? And I ain't like, I haven't request for the letter to be written for him to come back to school, because my mother wasn't comfortable sending him to school without the letter. Now, when he went to school, that same day, I think it was Friday, he went for teachers appreciation day last week. There was half day. Now, I feel like, as a principal, if you said, yeah, I'm not knocking nobody or nothing like that, but I feel like if you know a child wasn't supposed to come back to school or anything like that, why you just didn't say, well, he was expelled or whatever it is? Why all of this going on for some reason? That's what I dislike. You write a letter saying that he is only suspended for 2 weeks. The letter said 10 days, blah blah blah, whatever. We just got the letter. You send somebody, you give somebody the letter to give to my mother. She received it on the same day my brother was supposed to go back to school. Now he's back to school Monday. What did she say on Monday?
She told me directly.
Today, which is today.
She told me directly that, oh, I will not be able to come back to school. Said she have sent messages to DS and superintendent and Ministry of Education that I will not be attending that school no more. Said she will transfer me to another school without no problem.
So when you come off the bus, that's what she said. She tell you to go upstairs.
Yes, she sent me to the office to go upstairs to the office, and then after that, she told everybody to come inside. All my classmates to come inside the office, and so after all of them come, she asked somebody it was out of class. It was out of class because our homeroom teacher asked us to go look for chairs, and see, I was exempted from that, but because I was in office, and so when everybody pulled up in there, then she said, "Okay, my classmate, all everybody could go." That's what she said directly. And so I gone the first period, and then which is music class, and then she called my music teacher and tell them that I must get in class. I mean, not class. I must get in the office.
Mm.
And so after I reached the office, she told me, said, I must sit down in the waiting room and wait for my mommy. And then after a few minutes, she told me that I will be expelled from that school, said I will be transferred to another school.
And what else she said to you?
She told me, said I have to sit back outside, and then she bring the guidance counselor to give me tips and advice on life lessons. And also the principal also said that this school is not meant for me, said I must get put out this school because it's not meant for me, said I'm not learning at this school, even though I was doing good and good grades and everything. She still said I was not meant for the school. And so she told me, said under the protocol of books of laws, she told me, said I can't come back to the school.
And that's how your mom get you from the school today.
Yes.
So she could say you ain't taking for the school. Anyhow. Well, that happened today. So y'all, I don't know what to do. My brother is like, he got this case going on, and some advice, some assistance would be very helpful. He is out on a 1,500 bail. I don't know if this is a target towards him. I feel like it's a target because after when he then had the situation with the first thing with the school, there was another situation where they saying he was bullying some child or something like that, and it was just crazy. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. My mom don't know what to do. What to say. She's stressed out right now, and I don't know if y'all have a really good lawyer or somebody let us know because this is really crazy. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like I don't think this is right, and for him to just I don't know. I really don't know. Some assistant, please, please. Yeah, I understand this isn't the first incident where a child was a victim of something like this obtaining to this teacher. And I know sometimes students who witness the situation probably may may talk about it, may not talk about it due to because they don't want to get problems with the school as well or the teachers or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? You sometimes just have to look at why a child probably wouldn't speak about it. Number one, they don't want to get kicked out of school as well because or they defending somebody who as a school. But I just gonna say is, in my opinion, how I looking at the situation, it may not just stop. Hopefully it does stop right right here and then. But I hopefully another child is not a victim to the same situation, being provoked and where a child, come out of character or whatever it is, obtaining to this PE teacher or something like that, where it now become an issue. I don't know if most parents, or any parent experience some similar situation. That's for them to either sit on it, be quiet about it, or you understand what I'm saying? But like I say, if it could happen once, and if something does not change, when I say change, the way of approach to discipline a child, like I say, putting a hand on a teacher or putting a hand on a student is a no for the safety of the teacher and the safety of the student. You understand what I'm saying? If anything, take it to let the parents come in and whatever it is. Like I say, we then put in complaints. He probably put in a complaint himself and felt like he's not being heard, and now this situation come up the same day when you address the situation with the principal. That's really crazy. That's really, really crazy. So yeah, this is the end of this right here. Like I say, assistant help would really be appreciated. My head is literally hurting, and I don't know.